Welcome back. We're joined with the studio with His Excellency Minister Ibrahim Fawzi, the former Minister of Industry. A pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.
You headed the Investment Authority for a while as well.
Yes, 4 years.
One of the problems that people always complained about when it comes to investment in Egypt is the red tape or bureaucracy.
Yes.
Now that we're embarking on this investment conference, economic summit, which will be held in Sharm el-Sheikh, can we embark on it without an amendment to rules and regulations which hampered investment in the past?
Well, the straightforward answer is no, but I don't think it is fair to say that, because we feel so many movements everywhere in the government to really amend all what is required to bring up the climate of investment in its best state. So I think when the conference will be held, people will feel that things have happened already. We are being promised that the new investment law will have been issued before the conference, before the summit, for example. And I think all the ministries are being prepared and getting ready for the summit. So it is difficult to imagine that things will remain as they are. It will be a great disappointment. I don't think this will happen. There is a need, there is a spirit, and everyone is somehow preparing himself to make use of this wave or wind which is blowing in favor of Egypt to take a chance and achieve whatever can be achieved, or rather achieve the maximum that can be achieved. So there is an air of optimism, preparedness, and readiness everywhere in the country.
When you say that preparedness or readiness, some people are kind of concerned that to date, which is 5 weeks before the summit, we don't have, for example, an agenda yet. In some cultures, including ours, we tend to relaxed and flexible when it comes to times and stuff. But in different cultures, their plans for December 2015 are already set in ink, so to speak. This agenda, it being late, wouldn't that deter or maybe prevent some potential investors from participating?
Well, it will cause some concern, but not very much. We have to remember that this conference or summit is like a road show. We are not expecting that people will come with sacks of money and projects to pour in the conference. It will be rather to show Egypt as a country that it is ready for investment. Opportunities will be explained or displayed in front of the investors and discussed. And then people will think about what is suitable for them. They'll probably get an idea about one or two sectors, go back and then come and say, yes,
So you don't expect people to actually...
No, it cannot happen. I mean, imagine yourself intending to have a project in Egypt with $500 million US. Do you think we'll take the money with you and go to Sharm el-Sheikh and say, here is the money, where is the project? No. But we'll find everyone from the government there. You will find the politicians there. You would keep asking, is there a competition? Is Egypt ready? Can you give me the power I need? Do you have the land? What about the incentives? What about the guarantees for taking my profit out? What if I wanted to have something a little bit outside the regulations that are here? Will you help me? And depending on the area and the projects, I think there will be some positive signals for the investors which will encourage them to come. And when they come, I believe that the government will move to prepare the land for them.
Your Excellency, what are you expecting, or what, in your point of view, would qualify this conference as a success?
First of all,
It's taking place.
well, of course, I hope it will take place. Attendance and show of solidarity or commitment to be in Egypt. So this will be a very positive sign. And also the type of people. Do we get the salesmen of companies coming to sell their
Level of representation.
or do we get the CEO who will take the strategic decisions, and then the meetings with the government and the responsible personalities, the number of the multinational companies, and their intention. Are they coming to really invest in Egypt, or are they coming to sell their products or their expertise? And this is a point which we have to be very, very careful, because some people think that any foreign man coming will be an investor. It's not true. An investor is someone who's coming to put money in the country and bring technology, provide jobs, and produce some output from the project, and maybe take it to exports, or helps to the country to gain hard currency. And this is completely different from someone who's coming searching for maybe a project where he can be consultant, or someone to sell. In other words, they are coming to provide their services and get or expect that the government will pay them money.
Yes.
We want people who are prepared to pay the money into Egypt and make use of the expertise in Egypt. Egypt is full of expertise everywhere. Of course, can be complemented with some experts from abroad, but these are the experts, the investors that we should expect and that we should look for.
What kind of sectors do we need? As in, if you were asked by the government to advise which sectors would be market because it's pressing, that we get people in to invest in that sector?
Look, people with the money have their seventh sense. They know what to do and where. What we can offer here in Egypt is the general atmosphere. Egypt, we have the location, we have the land, we have the good weather, we have the water, we have the...
But we have needs.
No, it's not, we don't want people to come and operate on our needs. We want people to come and operate so that they produce from Egypt to the outside world. This is the only way that Egypt can really raise its level. But the Egyptian cannot be sort of the platform for people who are coming to fight.
But this applies when you talk about commodities that you export. But if we're talking about projects, someone setting up some kind of project, like a power plant, for example, it's not something that you develop and you take or you export.
No, a power plant, because of the environment, Egypt will be set up with agreement or through agreements with the governments. Because until now, the power in Egypt is somehow controlled by the government. It can be to the private sector, but again, it will be through the government. It's difficult to imagine someone will have a power plant and start marketing its power. First of all, where will he get his fuel from? Will he get it independently or through the government? So power plants, roads, infrastructure.
Well, that's what I mean. Can we get...
These will all be projects for the government.
Can we in Sharm el-Sheikh land investors for infrastructure developmental projects?
I'm sorry, I don't bank on this type as investment. These again will be projects which will be brought by people who wanted to do work and get money from the government. The government does not have that type of money.
But you can export as well. If you have renewable energy plants, then you can export this.
Then we may have someone saying, look, I wanted to have a huge power plant, renewable, and I will export its half. This is a good...
Is Sharm el-Sheikh a potential platform?
Well, it is a venue for people to discuss such a thing. We talk a lot about marble or about white sand. We may have someone who can say, I want to manufacture silicon here. But it will need a huge power, it will need this, it will need that. But you may say, I need a huge plot of the desert so that I can get access to white sand for 25 years or 35 years. This is an opportunity. You may get someone who can say, look, Egyptian cotton is something that we cannot live without. And you have a problem with the Egyptian cotton because if it's fine quality, it needs high investment so that you produce fine yarn, and you need really sophisticated machinery to produce the fine textile and then the garment. This will need a lot of investment which we do not have. Someone may say, look, I want to invest in this field of high quality cotton, Egyptian cotton. So this is another opportunity. Someone may come and say, look, Damietta is famous for its handmade furniture, but you don't have the quality or the finish which appeal to the outside world.
You usually export without the finish.
And you do not get any value added. If you get someone say that I will invest and get you to produce a lot of furniture and do the finish so that it can go to the outside world and create a niche. Everyone will say, I have something from Damietta. This is another opportunity. So it will be opportunities like this. Again, we have a huge area in the agricultural products.
Yes.
So you take tomato, for example, you take onion, you take all these things. So these are good for the qualified investors with the experience to come and have their plants here. But they will not come for free. They need guarantees, they need help, they need incentives, they need some securities, not against terrorism, but they need securities to be sure that they can transfer their profit outside the country.
Yes.
They can make use of specialized labor when they need, etc. So they need the atmosphere. They need a listening government to listen to the investor and really respond to his needs. This is what I think investors need anywhere in the world.
People are concerned. You just raised an important issue, which is terrorism. And as we address the international community rather than the local one, is Egypt not safe for investment?
No, I don't think this is true. Egypt is safe, and we do not have to discuss this a great deal because we have factories and plants operating and operated by Egyptians and by foreigners. We have incidents, sporadic, which take place suddenly here and there because of the type